Here we go, people. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. What's up, people? We are live, folks. Garden of Eden music. Dude, this music wasn't in the Garden of Eden, was it? Was this music in the Garden of Eden? Text in, let us know. Folks, we are live. The time is 1 minute past 8. I'm ending that terrible music, and I'm going to go to my lovely good vibes. Thank you. Okay, folks. We're live. We're here. The good vibes have commenced. I'm back. The time is 2 minutes past 8. We are on time. We are on time because we're absolutely exhausted today. We're absolutely exhausted, so it's not going to be a big 2-hour stream or whatever. No, that's true. Yeah, I did start playing it, and then I changed it. Man, so much interesting stuff. Hardly need to tell you. I'm just, so much stuff's going on. I'm on James Dellingpole's chat channel, and he's talking about Deliverance ministry. And, man, that's something I definitely want to get into, so to speak, you know? It's something I think that people are missing. You know, having the demons that are demonizing you cast out. People think of demonic possession as being the only form of demonization. You know, they think that if you're saying that you require deliverance, that you're possessed by a demon, that's not the case. You can be demonized by an evil spirit. You can be harassed by an evil spirit. You can be driven to addiction and compulsion by an evil spirit without being possessed. Huh. Exorcism is going to be huge in the coming months and years. Interesting. 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 We shall see. We shall see. Where am I at? Where am I at? Well, look, let's share this that I just put on my Telegram. Let's share what I just put on my Telegram. Where is it? No, that's my Twitter. I don't want that. No, that's the Pope's documentary. We certainly don't care about that. It's hard being me, you know. So I just shared this thing on my Telegram about the emergency alert. You know what I mean? So they got the emergency alert thingy. Where's my... am I even live here? Crap. Am I live? Yeah, I'm live here. Fine. Okay. So, let me get this up for you, see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, right. Share screen. So you can see this? Right. This is from the Reigate Stand in the Park group, which is an excellent group that I enjoy being a part of. So, text alarm on Sunday. Somebody sent me this. Think what you will and use your discernment. So you'll be aware that the government is testing their emergency alert system thing, whatever, on Sunday at 3 o'clock. And I've done a video on this where it's like there's absolutely no way that they need to test an emergency alert or whatever, but it's an interesting angle on it. Okay, just think for 1 minute on this, please. They are doing the alarm thing on Sunday. Yes. Well, there are 97.23 million mobile connections in the UK, 85 million active mobile devices, and 12.22 connected things. 98% of the adult population have a mobile phone. Now imagine all of them going off at once at the same time. Now you would have to send a frequency and a wave across the UK at the exact same time to every phone. Now trust me when I say turn them off before 3 p.m. on that day. That frequency or wave will be extremely high for it to happen at the exact same time. They are not testing the alarm, they are testing the magnitude of the frequency and the impact on the wave. Please turn your devices off, trust me, and stay away from large crowds. What you witness will not be a natural occurrence, it will be man-made. Not natural, not good. As I say this, I'm getting a weird ringing in my ear. As I said this, I got this weird ringing in my right ear that I get quite a lot. Is this for 5G? Well, based off this post, what I think they're doing with this emergency alert is, testing the system for blasting everyone with these, radiation waves, essentially. So maybe that's the next way that they're going to poison us or damage our health, is to just start, blasting us with like 5G or direct energy weapons, or, you know what I mean? Just everyone's got a mobile device. It's like maybe we can just start pounding them with, really high EMF or something. Yeah, I'm thinking about turning off all of our devices, sticking them in a lead-lined suitcase or something, whatever I've got. Do you know what I mean? Maybe a whole load of illnesses will follow. Yeah, maybe. It's being claimed it's being broadcast over 4G and 5G. Oh, listen, by the way, just let me share a super chat with you. Our good friend Cy Lacey has sent us $20. And Cy sent that before the stream even began. So I didn't want to get through the stream without giving him a big up for that one. Lest I go without saying thank you to Simon. Thanks, Cy. Could this be activating some sort of stuff that was in the tea? Yeah, Paul, maybe. Maybe, or maybe you don't need to have had that to be affected by it at all, Maybe it'll just get everyone. Maybe it's just some kind of... That makes more sense to me than them... Well, I guess there's other reasons why they might want to be testing a emergency device, like just to scare people or whatever. But that Telegram channel made a good point where it was like, well, think of the magnitude of the signal. Think how intense this will have to be to hit everyone across the country at the same time, and that's true. They'll have to send one hell of a signal to hit every device. 100 million devices at the same time. It's not just like sending everyone a text, is it? And like avoiding large crowds. 3 o'clock on Sunday is the test. But if your phone's switched off, I mean, even if it's switched off, can they still send it? If it's switched off, can they still mess with you even if it's switched off? Like, you know how you can't remove the battery from your iPhone, can you? You can't. It's sort of... I might let my thing completely run out of battery instead of just turning it off, you know? So maybe then they can't mess with me. It will come through when you switch it on, yeah, but at least then there won't be some sort of like mega signal. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what we're concerned about here is the giant EMF wave all at the same time. So if it comes through later when it's just my phone, that won't be such a problem, will it? There must be football games on Sunday afternoon. Of course there is, yeah. That'd be interesting to watch. To watch a football game. You know what I mean? Just watch the football game. There'll be a few heart issues on Sunday. Yeah, maybe. It's a desecration of the peace on the Lord's Day. I mean, yeah, that too. My phone charging. Yes, it is. Good. What's up, Jules? How's it going? I saw something about you can't turn it off even if you're driving and you can get fined. What? Apparently you can't stop it for 10 seconds. No football at all on 3 o'clock at Sunday. What the hell's that about? There's always football at 3 o'clock on a Sunday. Is that deliberate? Because they don't want everyone watching a live crowd. That'd be ridiculous. Wouldn't it? How ridiculous would it be watching this thing go off at the same time in a live crowd? It'd be crazy. What do you think? I can't believe there's no football. Let me check. There's always a 2 o'clock game on a Sunday. What have we got? Come on, phone. Oh, yeah, there's a live game on Sunday at 2. Newcastle Spurs. Interesting. Peter, this is in relation to the emergency alert text that's going out at 3 o'clock on a Sunday. So we just read a post on a Telegram channel warning people about the, basically saying that it's to blast us with EMF radiation, essentially, by sending everyone a message at the same time. So they were saying, like, avoid large crowds and that sort of thing. Sunday is the FA Cup semi-final between Man United and Brighton, and I'll be there. Yikes. Then there is a game at 2, though, which will be going on at 3. So it goes off in the whole stadium. It goes to everyone's phone in the whole of the country. So everyone in the stadium will get this text at the same time, essentially. I mean, I guess a lot of people do try and send text messages on New Year's at the same time, but a lot of them don't go through. Like, you know what I mean? Growing rice is bad for the planet. Oh, jeez. You know, like you oftentimes you can't need to you can't text someone at midnight because there's not enough sort of bandwidth for all the text to go through. But this is some different system where everyone's getting a text at the same time. Why the test? Well, exactly. They don't need to do an emergency test system, do they? So that's another thing. It's like, well, why are they doing this emergency test? It could just be to shit us up, you know, to be like, oh, we're going to, you know, oh, look, we need to start texting you if there's an emergency. It could be just to key up the next pandemic. It could be to start telling people about climate lockdowns. It could just be, you know, Project Fear. Highly suspicious, the whole thing. Wow, quite, Daisy. Yeah, exactly. They're not using mobile networks to send these messages out, are they? They're, you know, they've got some, God knows what they're doing, CERN or something, and blasting it out from there. It's the emergency text alert, Emperor. The emergency text alert that our government is sending out on Sunday. I don't know if you know about that. They're essentially saying it's a test of the emergency system. So they're going to send every single mobile device a text at the same time. Well, not just a text, like your phone won't work. And it'll be like, and you won't be able to use your phone until you acknowledge it or whatever. So it's clearly an escalation of something, whether it's just fear-mongering or, you know, something is afoot. But I'm certainly going to have my phone off and locked in some Faraday cage or whatever. Should we fill the bath? Yes, fill it with smashed mobile devices. Good evening, Equinox. What do you mean they were going to do it in the evening, but they moved it to... What time is the FA Cup semi-final? Is that not... The FA Cup semi-final is at 3 o'clock, isn't it? Or is it not? Is it in the evening? Another intelligence test, yeah. Well, you certainly are, Al. Welcome to the Good Vibatron stream. Just talking about the emergency alert system for people that just got here. I wonder if there's any more information I can find on this. Whoa. Folks, Triple P's in the house. Triple P just sent us a super chat. Let's see what Triple P's got in the locker. Bosh. Donation incoming. As this is a good vibes stream, shall we get going with the first 10 of my Bitcoin donations? 0.01 each. Yeah, man, let's do it. How shall we do that? Yeah, dude, thank you so much for the super chat and for helping out everyone on the stream. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? I'm up for it, but FA Cup semi-final kicks off at 4:30. Yeah, man, I'm up for it. I'm up for it. What do you suggest that we do? Some sort of lottery system? How will that work? Direct me. I'm here. Pick from among the people who ordered from God Save the Stream. Fine, okay. Fine, so what, just pick 10? Okay, I can do that. I can certainly do that. Thanks. You need a Bitcoin wallet. Yeah, I guess you would need... I'll pick people, and then, you know, then we can contact them and say, listen, this is a situation. You've won. What do you want to do? You know what I mean? Seems like the best, rather than trying to find out who's got a crypto wallet first. You know what I mean? Danny says, anyone seen The Kingsman? When everyone goes crazy from the mobile phone signal and their heads start exploding. I'm not saying that'll happen. Sounds like that was what you're saying, huh? No, I mean, I bet if that's a thing, it's probably predictive programming. Who knows? Maybe that is what's going to happen. I mean, people's heads exploding is probably an exaggeration of what's going to happen. I'm not expecting people's heads to explode on Sunday, for sure. You know? But it could be the first salvo. Oh, we haven't done the chair auction yet. We haven't done the chair auction yet, but we'll do a special live stream for that. Probably do a special live stream on an evening where we do a live chair auction. They need some people to stay alive to stand on the mall for the satanic ritual coronation. Man, the satanic vibes are going to be off the chain for this coronation. You know that? They're going to be absolutely crazy. Do you reckon it'll be like Rio Carnival level or what? Nah, it'll probably be like, you know, sort of like the promotional material was, like it's sort of just a really sort of subtle like Wicker Man theme running through the whole thing, you know what I mean? It'll be subtle with Charles, I think. I think it'll be subtle. It won't be as blatant as like the Tower of Babel. You know, I don't think. Who knows? It might be, but you don't have to tell me to do a satire vid, dude. I'll be there, I promise. I don't know if it's going to be like that because it won't be really like gauche. It won't be really like in your face, I don't think. I think it'll be more subtle. Katy Perry is performing at Prince Charles's coronation. Piss off. Piss off. You're joking. You're joking. You're serious, aren't you? That is crazy. Sam Smith, yeah, right. Is it really Katy Perry? Oh my gosh, no. Dude, I thought it was going to be subtle. How? What is going on? What is going on? They're not even pretending to be like a proper monarchy anymore. In what world does Katy Perry perform at the coronation of the monarch? That is childish. It can't be as bad as the tunnel opening, I agree. But gee whiz. That is wild. Exactly. What's she got to do with the UK? What's it got to do with the... Exactly. That's why I'm mystified. I'm like, wait a minute, what? It doesn't make any sense. It makes literally zero sense. I'm going to, Anthony. I'm going to. Don't worry, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Thank you to everyone that supports me. You know, you give me the opportunity to keep doing what I'm doing. Charles was never going to be like his mother. The Queen Mother and Philip knew that. Interesting. But Katy Perry is just... Can you imagine Katy Perry performing at the Queen's something or other? No chance. She's classy. Yeah, Russell Brand's ex is performing at the coronation and people still think he's a good guy. Most artists turned it down. As well they should. You know what I mean? It's an absolute car crash. Katy Perry's just been ordered by whoever's mind controlling her at the moment, probably. I'm hoping Charles will be arrested. Well, best of luck with that one. Yeah, I used to think that William was a good guy as well, way back in the day. I was like, oh, William, he's a great guy. He should be king. He'll sort it out. Now I'm like, oh, he's probably a weird cross-dressing Nazi or something. You know what I mean? Cozying up to Jacinda Ardern. Exactly. They're all at it, man. They're all at it. Just some of them are better at pretending that they're decent people than others. I mean, the Queen was excellent at pretending that she was, this great little lady. You know? You remember God Save the Queen, I used to say. I used to really be like, oh, yeah, the Queen's great. Like back when I had a YouTube channel, like not so long ago. Charles might be a sacrifice in front of billions. No chance. No, do you really think? The Queen presided over the start of the trans movement. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying she's a good person. I'm saying she's an expert at pretending to be like an upstanding That's a really good example of my point. I mean, the Queen presided over the beginning of the trans movement. Everyone thinks she's great. That's how good she is at portraying like, oh, I'm great. Ooh. Maybe we'll get a wildfire alert on our phones and the event will be cancelled. That's one of the things they said. Oh, we might be using this alert system for, wildfire alerts. Yeah, sure. Wildfires. Yeah. Wildfire alerts. Definitely need them in, like, Bromley. Makes me wonder why Joe isn't coming to the coronation. I mean, I'm sure if anything dodgy was, I'm sure they'd happily kill Joe Biden as, like, collateral damage without thinking twice about it. It's disgraceful what you guys do, he said. You are utterly disgraceful, Ralph Nader. You're a disgrace to this country. I love you, Jim Jordan. Interesting. I used to watch, like, American politics and get fired up by, what one of the conservatives had said to the other one. Now I just think so few of those people are actually legitimate that I can't be bothered to get fired up. I can't be bothered. I no longer get fired up of clips of, like, like this person said this and this guy destroyed this guy or whatever. It's like nothing ever bloody well happens. You know what I'm saying? The best we get is like, this guy really said this thing. That was a citizen. Nice. Oh, nice. That was a citizen. Oh, fair dues. You know what I mean, though? You know what I mean about, like, the politicians in Washington? It's just like a couple of them probably are good guys, but so many of them aren't. The couple that are, I just can't see them getting anything done. Not Nadler. I thought it was Nadler. You know that guy? How funny is Nadler? Do you remember when there was a clip of, like, him, like, ordering a demon out of his seat or whatever? Oh, that was hilarious. He's talking to an invisible thing in his seat, which must be some demon or something. I really did think at that time that, this was all going to come out. And that these people were going to have, like, this giant multi-person breakdown or something. Those were the days. Those peak trust the plan days were good days. Good vibes coming in from Keys. It is a global awakening, my man. Thanks, William. It's an interesting time, isn't it? When's the coronation? Is that on Sunday? It's not on Sunday, is it? Is it? When is that? Oh, man, I'm exhausted. I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm not lying. The following week, right. Gary says the alerts are set up to let people know when to line up at some of their house, etc. Yeah, maybe, man. Or maybe, like this message said at the beginning of the stream, maybe they're just going to zap us all with radiation at the same time. And the alert is the excuse. A lot of people have been saying that some crap is going to happen and the emergency alert will be the excuse for why it's happened. We tested the system and this terrible thing happened and these people died or were injured and it's because of the test. You know what I mean? Like the test will be the excuse for the accident. Don't worry, YouTube. We respect the World Health Organization. Yeah, I think I'm back down to one strike now. I think one of my strikes has evaporated. So I think I'm on one strike now, so I don't think we're in absolute crisis mode anymore. You know? So I think I can afford to have some like with 1 out of 10 being the safest thing you can say, I can afford to have a couple of 3 out of 10 comms here on YouTube now. Whereas before it was just like straight 1 out of 10 the whole time before, because I was on 2 strikes. QAnon, do something at last. At the crowning. Well, who knows? Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Q came out at the crowning and it was all real and they were all arrested? And Can you imagine? That'd be hilarious. Wait, there was an active shooter test when Sandy Hooks happened. It's interesting. Did you see this idiot that Stop Oil protester like threw orange paint over the snooker or something? It's just like, man, that stuff's all just made up. That's just an excuse to wind people up. I don't actually believe that they're real protesters protesting something. I think it just gives the establishment an excuse to have a group of people ruin things and say, oh, they're doing it because of climate change. I think it's just a group of people they employ to like ruin the snooker, block the roads. You know what I mean? And they pretend that they're doing it for just Stop Oil or whatever, because it's 2 birds with 1 stone. It ruins someone's day. It annoys loads of people, winds people up, and it promotes climate change agenda, you know? But really, I don't think they're real protesters. I don't think it's a real movement. You know? I think it's just an excuse that the government can pay groups of people to mess things up. Crisis actors, that sort of thing, yeah. But you know, it definitely serves a purpose in that it irritates people and it ruins their fun. It stops them getting to work. It bothers people. It winds them up. It makes them want to... It really makes people want to be violent, you know, because they're such prats. They're such dickheads and they're just pissing regular people off, you know. So it really makes people feel, oh, I just want to punch these guys, you know. They're really sort of inciting violence with how annoying they're being. Yeah, that's what I think. Emma, it's another good angle. It is to bring in laws to stop protesting. So when the normies realise what's been done to them, they can't kick off. Maybe, but what I think about that is it's like, if the normies realise what's been done to them, surely an anti-protesting law won't stop them from protesting. If it's like, if you realise that your government's corrupt, you've been poisoned and all this, it's like, oh, unfortunately, though, they've made a law so we can't protest. Surely you just protest anyway at that point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Hemper. A law won't stop that. And I'm presuming if you find out your government's corrupt and they've been poisoning you, that you won't let a law that they make saying you can't complain about that stop you from complaining about that. You'd think. You would think. What's up, Sai? Thank you for the super chat, man, that we got at the beginning of the stream. Appreciate it. I don't have a problem with these middle-class brainwashed morons being dragged around by the hair. Well, this is what I'm saying when it incites people to violence. Right, regular people are just saying, I want these people violently assaulted. Like, you know what I mean? They're that annoying. So that's another win for the establishment. Getting people angry, mad at each other. You're making me yawn. I'm sorry, man. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Heidi's been getting up in the middle of the night for 3 nights in a row. I've been driving her around trying to get her to sleep at like 2 a.m. So I am absolutely exhausted. But I've got my comedy night, my own comedy night in Reigate tomorrow. It's the 19th of April, so I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. So I'm not going to get a chance to live stream tomorrow, and then I might be able to live stream on Thursday, but then I'm doing comedy on Friday and Saturday, so I won't be able to live stream on Friday or Saturday. So I'm conscious, I'm doing a bit more live comedy at the moment, so I don't want the streams to drop off. So I'm trying to take every opportunity that I have to do a stream. And as I've been saying this, Triple P has launched another assault upon our senses with a third super chat. Third donation incoming. Thank you, Triple P. Big up yourself, man. Posted a few links in the TG for the stream. Thank you. Relating to Coronation Act 1688. First use for William and Mary. Bank of Amsterdam. Bank of England. Bill of Rights. William was Dutch, so is this a takeover? Okie dokie. Let me see. In the TG for the stream. Let me see. Uh-huh. What's this one?
Tuesday, April 18th, 2020.
Here we go.
Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. We're going to look at the only way that banks be safe, and they're nowhere near being safe, and the banking system is still a confidence trick, and until what I tell you later happens, yes, your supposed money in the bank will never be safe. Of course, I'm not trying to tell you to take your funds out of the bank. That's up to you. Hopefully, I'll show you how fragile the system is.
Please.
And it's not me saying this. It's been
the banking system is nothing but a confidence trick, is the name of this video. Who
actually founded central banks. And that's what we're going to do today. First, we're going to look at some quotes and some ideas as well from some former central bankers in modern day. And yes, Rudy is on the sofa. Hopefully he'll behave and stay there. So I'm going to start with a quote from one of the founders of the Bank of England. Bank of England, of course.
Yeah, I'm getting out there a bit more at the moment.
1694. And
oh, by the way, if anyone is around Reigate,
was a Scottish trader and banker,
and wants to come tomorrow,
was one of the founders of the Bank of England and was one of the main proponents of the catastrophic Darien scheme. Later, he became an advocate of union with England. He was Scottish, of course, but
so I've put
this is what he said.
Put the link to my comedy club in the live chat, by the way. I should have done. I don't know if any of you are anywhere near Reigate or Surrey, but it's tomorrow night. So if you want to buy tickets, I've put the link. It's a long shot that any of you are near Surrey. But if you do want to come and you do want to hang out, the link is in the live chat somewhere. At least I think it is. Oh, no, I wasn't in Northern Ireland. I was in Ireland.
The
Republic of Ireland.
At the weekend. I'm back now. On all monies which it creates out of nothing. Yes, and by the bank, he means the Bank of England.
No worries, Peter.
So we're going to go to another quote
Peter's
here
been
by
before.
A former director of the Bank of England, Josiah Stamp, first Baron Stamp. He was born in 1880, died in 1941.
Thanks, Jules.
And this is what he said.
Go on.
Banking was conceived in iniquity and was born in sin. The bankers own the earth. Take it away from them, but leave them the power to create money. And with the flick of the pen, they will create enough deposits to buy it back again. However, take away from them the power to create money, and all the great fortunes like mine will disappear. And they ought to disappear, for this would be a happier and better world to live in. But if you wish to remain the slaves of bankers and pay the cost of your own slavery, let them continue to create money. So apparently he
Good
said
one.
that during an informal talk at the University of Texas in the 1920s. Another comment, this is more an extract of a book by Captain A.H.M. Ramsey, The Nameless War. He was one of the MPs that was imprisoned by Winston Churchill all throughout World War II. And this is what he said. And this is about the parasitical nature of fractional reserve
Go on.
banking. And you've
Go
probably
on, buddy.
heard of fractional reserve banking, but
You'd
this
think
will
that, but I
explain
haven't.
it very succinctly
Okay.
what it is. And he's talking here as well about the creation of the Bank of England. He says, gold was soon to become the basis of loans, 10 times the size of the amount deposited. In other words, £100 in gold would be legal security for £1,000 of loan. A
Interesting.
3%, at 3%, therefore, £100 in gold could earn £30 interest annually with no more trouble to the lender than the keeping of a few ledger entries.
That's interesting.
The owner of £100 of land, however, still must work every hour of daylight in order to make perhaps 4%. The end of the process must only be a matter of time. The moneylenders become millionaires, well, in this case, billionaires or even trillionaires. Those who own and work the land, the Englishman and the Scotsman, must be ruined. The process has continued inexorably till now. When it is nearly completed, it has been hypocritically camouflaged by clever propaganda as helping the poor by mulching the rich. It has been in reality nothing of the kind. It has been the deliberate ruination of the landed classes, the leaders among the Gentiles, and the supplanting by financiers and their hangers on, well, the bankers, I guess. So that's another interesting quote there. Another book I'm gonna recommend to you so you can really realize what money is. And that's why honest weights and measures are so important, is this one here. What has government done to our money, by Murray Rothbard. The case for 100% gold dollar. He goes through the whole, they call it the regression theorem analysis of money, that money is basically the most marketable commodity, and it's a real commodity. It could be a conch, it could be a stone, it could be cigarettes,
True side.
and it can be precious metals, gold and silver, and they have been
This guy does
money
break
for
this down quite well,
thousands of
doesn't he?
years. So it's not what's in the bank right now, the credit entry that you have, the funds that you lend to the bank, and it's another reason why they're trying to move away, or they have moved a society away more and more from commodity money. Our great grandparents and before them, they used to use gold and silver as money, and because they are the most marketable commodity. But with crises like World War I, the Great Depression, World War II, they've taken us more and more away from gold and silver. We basically don't deal in money anymore. As John Exter, who worked for the Fed, said, we deal in I owe you nothings, and we've come to a stage where there's so much debt, because that's all it is now. It's debt backed by government debt, that that they have to find a way to keep us in the system. And I think CBDC is one of them, because you won't be able to at least go into empty paper promises, which is what cash really is. But it's still, people still feel like they've got something there.
This guy is spot on, man. Spot on for explaining how the system's set up in a certain way that we're always going to lose. You know what I mean? Like the fact that they can lend times 10 to what they actually have. So if you've got like £10, you can get £100 worth of interest on it. Essentially what they do in the banks, long story short, is they just magic money out of thin air. They just, when you ask to borrow some money, they go, oh yeah, there you go, there's the money. And they just create that money. And then they get all the interest on it. So if you're able to create money, you can keep everyone else apart from yourself poor while you get rich. Man. Take away cash, take away our freedoms. Exactly. Yeah, they can print whatever they want. It's really crazy. Isn't it? The beast kingdom makes a mockery of reason and truth. It creates willing slaves and uses them as a weapon against the saints. If they can simply print money, why are we paying taxes? To keep us poor. You know? So that you don't have any money. It's wild. Thanks for those links, Triple P. People want to see some more of them. They're on the Telegram for this stream. You know? Dive in. The system is rigged. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. Ain't that the truth? Okay, folks. That is all we got time for today. We'll do some daydreaming. Just an hour-long stream today, folks. On account of my exhaustion levels. We won't be back tomorrow because I've got, obviously, the live comedy tomorrow. But we shall be back Thursday, I think. Yeah, Thursday. Thanks, Proper Geezer. Yeah, we can't use real music here, man. We're on YouTube, where it stinks. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks, Al. See you later, guys.